Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So, today is April 8th. Let's go ahead and get started for today. Today's dose of Rashmi is intellect operating by itself, manufactures limitations, and imagines situations that end up creating suffering. Integrated intelligence, on the other hand, is unlocking the joy for striving towards what you care for from a place of deep inner alignment without being constrained by these imagined manufactured limitations. So, this is an extension of what I talked about yesterday, that most of the suffering that we end up creating is in our mind, it is not real. And we imagine situations based on our past memory patterns, extend it out into a projected future, and that ends up creating suffering. We perceive our limitations the same way. We operate based on our past memories as well as the collective memories that our logical intellect has taken on based on understanding of the external world. And this is useful information, absolutely. These are useful data points which help us know things that don't touch a hot stove, don't jump into the water if you don't know swimming. So those are important things for your survival safety. At the same time, a large part of what our intellect makes us realize are limitations that exist that may apply to situations that you have experienced in the past. However, they are not hard limits. That is what people who are operating at growth mindset, for example, are knowing that, okay, you fail sometimes, you learn from the situation and you move on. Your skills are no longer fixed in your mind and you are able to adapt as you come across newer situations. You are able to use your logical minded intellect to adapt and grow. That's growth mindset. The same thing applies in terms of our intelligence across the emotions, across the intuition. These are powerful signals which tell us about things which are possible, which may not necessarily be constrained by whatever you have learned so far. And that is where, when we use our logical intellect as a tool but not be governed by it, and however we do not operate where we are constrained by it, we imagine possibilities which are not really based on our past memories. That is the real creativity that each one of us is capable of. If we can be truly present and in that present moment imagine a possibility which is not constrained by the past memories, and that is something only us humans can do. Artificial intelligence, it is a wonderful tool, it is very powerful. However, it is a memory based intelligence, and a lot of people have been saying that artificial intelligence is doing a lot of creative work. It is absolutely doing a lot of creative work which is related to synthesizing past training data and coming up with new patterns based on this past synthesized data. That level of creativity artificial intelligence is a wonderful tool for. However, the real human creativity, where we are able to imagine possibilities which are not constrained by memory, that is what we hope to unlock with the Rashmi mirror. That happens only when we start operating out of presence and awareness. And that is why one of the building principles of the Rashmi mirror is that it is a tool that, unlike every other AI tool out there, it benefits from not having memory about you. And this is something interesting. I just finished a conversation with my partner in this venture, and one of the topics we were deeply brainstorming on is this precise idea about should the tool really have some level of memory or not. And we both shared how we use other AI tools and what we like about them, what we do not like about them. And with the existing AI tools, having a memory where it understands my existing values, our existing values, and it has been trained a little bit on those is very, very useful. We both agreed that that is absolutely needed in the existing AI tools, because the plain vanilla tool and anytime it loses context is very frustrating. However, for the mirror, this is what we are debating. Given that we are trying to make people more present and aware, how can we do that? Will having memory actually help us or hinder us? It was a very interesting discussion. We'll continue having this conversation. We both are very passionate about have creating a tool that helps people live their real life and helps make them decisions based on getting completely connected with their integrated intelligence. And we completely align on the core mission is that the secret ingredient is you. So how can we build something which really works towards that mantra? So stay tuned for more. Thank you.